Good morning. I just finished a workout at home. I'm already getting comments and messages. I don't have time to go to the gym. Oh, I wish I had the courage to go to the gym. We don't do excuses here. We only find solutions. I was never this courageous, like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm fit person. I became this person. I became comfortable and confident from practice over and over and over again. I started working out at home because I was embarrassed. I didn't want anyone to see me at the gym. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what workouts to do. So I signed up for Beachbody. And this is years ago, and it's evolved and it's changed. And now there's an online platform like Netflix where you can pull up a workout, do a workout, you pick how long it is, you can pick what kind of workout it is. So if you don't have time, if you don't have space, I'm literally in my office. I just worked out. It was a 45-minute bar workout. I'll link it down below if you want to sign up for an annual membership. It's phenomenal. All right, I'm going to shower and get ready.
Get ready with me. First step, you have a mental breakdown over your acne that you've been dealing with for the last year. And then you stop crying and you pull it together. Thought about not including this, but I think it's important to tell you and to show some days are amazing and you feel on top of the world. And then some days you struggle, whether that's with your self-esteem, being seen on camera, with your business, with finances, with problems, whatever it is. So this is just a reminder that not every day is going to be easy, not every day is going to be great, but every day is going to be worth it. And it's okay. It's okay to not be okay. Take a moment and then move forward. All right, life tip number 1. This is a 2-for-1 deal. You want to limit how many decisions you have to make every single day and limit how many options you have for each decision. You want to use all your brain power, your creative juices towards the thing that's most important. So like for me, I'm focusing on this business, I'm focusing on the course. I don't want to have to use my limited decision-making powers and brain functioning on needless tasks and decisions that bog you down. I don't know if everyone gets decision fatigue, but we're not meant to make this many decisions every single day. And this will help you be more efficient, get stuff done faster because you're saving time. I do that by either meal prepping or getting a meal plan. Makes it easy. I don't have to think about what I have to get at the grocery store. I don't have to think about what I'm making for dinner. I pick out my outfit the night before. I don't know if your parents ever did that, but my mom was a freaking genius because I didn't have to think about it in the morning. You can hire a personal trainer or take a gym class so you don't have to think about what you have to do at the gym. Outsource anything you don't have to do yourself. Alex, why aren't you outsourcing YouTube video? Well, because it's a skill that I want to actually work on. But one day I probably will outsource editing. You also want to plan your day and your week in advance. So like on Saturday or Sunday, I will take out a paper planner. I have a book. Or some people do it on their Google Calendar or on their phone or whatever, but I like a paper copy. I'll link it down below. I'm obsessed with this planner. And plan out what you're going to do the next day. Plan out what your schedule for the week, any appointments, any major tasks that you have to get done, and I will put it by the hour. Okay, I have 2 hours to get this done. I have an hour I have to do this. You do time blocks. So instead of being like, okay, I have all day to get this done and it's going to take you all day, you just block it out into sections where you can just focus on that one task. Okay, I have 30 minutes to answer emails and respond to comments and DMs on social media. Okay, I'm going to dedicate 2 hours to creating content for the week. Whatever your plan is, whatever you have going on, plan it out so you know, and then you focus for those couple hours, and then you can shut your brain off and then move on to the next task.
That brings me to tip number 2. Don't get bogged down by the 752 things on your to-do list. I forget everything, so I write everything down and have a million lists and notes in my iPhone and books with things that I have to do. Focus on the high priority items, the thing that's going to move the needle the most, right? So things like emails or branding or a phone call or whatever BS that doesn't really matter. You still have to get them done, but don't worry about them. Focus on the things that are going to get you to your goal the fastest, the things that are the most important, and that's for any goal, whether that be trying to build your relationship, making time for your partner, or working on your business. Tip number 3. Hold on. Hi. So I mentioned the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins in the last episode. So to add on to that, if something's going to take you 5 seconds, just get it done. Learn from my mistakes. Don't just keep adding shit on the list because it's just going to stress you out. And I was listening to a podcast or a book, and it was talking about how we get a dopamine hit by crossing something off the list. So it'll be something silly like, go fill up my water bottle. And people will write it down just so they can cross it off. Don't be that person. I used to be that person, not to that extreme. But like, if it's something quick, so that way you can get it off your plate, out of your mind, don't even write it down. Just go do it. That's if it's something like really quick. Or like if you're in the flow state, don't stop what you're doing to go do something that doesn't necessarily matter. Hope that helps. Obviously, I skipped day 3. 1, because I didn't really do anything for the actual business that I didn't talk about already. I have been catching up on editing. I have so much content from my Thailand trip that I vlogged 8 weeks. So I decided my goal is to release 1 video a week from Thailand. And also batching and editing social media content. I used to make content every day and post every day, and it was taking up too much time and brain power. So now I'm working on batching content. If you talk to any content creator who's efficient, that's what they tell you to do. It's not always that easy, but I'm working on it. So like set aside, 3 hours on a Sunday, plan, edit content, or film content. Some people can do a month's worth of content filming in 1 day. I'm not that person because my brain's kind of all over the place. And sometimes I just get a great idea and I'll just do it right then and there. Also, I am trying to make these videos, these vlogs, more engaging, more interesting. So it's not just me talking and moving my hands like a crazy person. Although maybe some people are into that. So let's talk about content. Let's talk about video. A couple things. So first, your hook can be visual or it can be text. You have to hook people in the first 5 seconds, especially if it's like social media. You have to stop the scroll. Imagine someone sitting there in a doom scroll and then they see something that catches their attention. It could be a visual hook, like leaning in or throwing something, or if you caught me taking off my sunglasses really quick on the first video, stuff like that. You want to engage in emotion. That is like the number one thing that you can do to hook a reader. There's this new thing that people are calling rage bait, and it's where someone says something ridiculous just to get people angry, to go then into the comment section and talk about why they're so angry, because it boosts engagement, or they send it to people and they're like, look at this ridiculous person. And so it's that kind of thing. It doesn't have to be that, but you want to invoke an emotion. Oh, I relate to that. Or, oh, that's funny. Or, oh, that's really sad. Or, oh, this really makes you think. Or, oh, this is going to solve a problem that I have, so I'm going to watch to the end of this video. You have to do that in the first 5 seconds. Otherwise, they're just going to exit out of the video. They're going to keep scrolling. Keep in mind, I just found this out. When people say, oh, you have the attention span of a goldfish, shout out Stephen Bartlett for Diary of CEO. The average human adult has the attention span of 8 seconds. A goldfish has the attention span of 9 seconds. So you really have to work to be interesting. And it's frustrating because sometimes I just want to give value and I just want to talk and it, whatever. But then I have to do these insane shots and these overlays and keep the angles different, keep the watcher engaged. And then you're over here and then you're over here. And then there's a video of me sipping water. And then there's a video of me working it. So it's like, I'm trying to find a happy medium where it's engaging, people want to watch, but I'm also not spending an insane amount of time on planning and filming and editing, because at the end of the day, I have an online business to launch in 56 days. So this is not the main project, although it is helpful. Yeah, so that is what I'm working on right now. Also, when it comes to content, I'm working on creating better thumbnails specifically for YouTube, although I know I need them for all my social media platforms as well. So I'm doing research on the easiest way, the best app, best content, and a good way to research is just going through YouTube or going through social media and seeing ones that have gotten a ton of hits, a lot of likes, engagement. Because if you see something that goes, whoa, that's really interesting, that speaks to me, you're going to click on that video. And then also another tip is I used to script my entire videos, especially for my podcast. I don't do that anymore because it just takes too much time. And then you're kind of stuck trying to read word for word and you mess up and you redo it. So I now just do bullet points. Like, okay, this topic I want to talk about, or that topic I want to talk about, touch on this, whatever, just like a basic outline to keep everything concise, because I could just go off the rails forever, and so I don't forget anything, because a lot of times I'll go through and I'll be editing and I'm like, crap, I forgot to add this. Also, with the whole engaging and using different shots, planning your shots ahead of time. So it's like, okay, right now I'm talking, and then on the video, it's gonna shoot over to me pouring a cup of coffee, or I'm talking about doing my planner. So then it's going to be a shot of me writing something on my planner. So that kind of thing, planning that ahead of time so then you're not trying to make stuff up later. Also today, I'm working on narrowing down the problem that I'm solving and my target audience or my niche. If you don't know what any of that stuff is, or you want to go into more detail with that, which you should, if you're creating a business, go watch my Business 101 How to Make Money Online video that is currently not posted. I need to edit. I will hopefully post that tomorrow is my goal. I'll have it posted. So yeah, that talks about just the basics of business. What is a business? What are you doing? Your target audience, all the ways to make money online. So you don't have to go watch 72,000 YouTube videos and take 7 courses, because I already did that for you and compiled it all into one video that's just quick. Well, it's a long video, but it's just like hard hitting, the facts, the basics. So that way you understand if you want to start making money online, all the ways to be able to do that on a foundational level. Although it has nothing to do with building an online business, today I took an acting class. Shout out to Margie Haber Acting Studio and Lisa Carswell. I was making up a class from a session a few months ago. It's phenomenal. It's helped me with my online presence. It's helped me with being more empathetic, and it's helped my acting. I used to want to be an actress, and maybe one day I still will be, but I think it's important that we still have passions and we make time for things that are important to us and just bring us joy. That's a good enough reason to do it. I used to tell myself I don't deserve to have fun, or I don't deserve self-care. I'm too busy. I don't have the money. But what I've realized is when you invest in yourself, in whether that be courses or hobbies or just rest time, the ROI is exponential. You need to have fun. You need to have hobbies. You need to do things that just make you smile. And for me, that was an acting class. And like I said, not only was it fun, but I did learn a lot. And it made me branch out, helped me get more comfortable. I used to feel absolutely ridiculous, and now I'm just like, let's do this. So definitely recommend, especially if you want to take an acting class, and you don't even have to live in LA. You can do it on Zoom. It is phenomenal. Lisa is a rock star.